at the DeLay homepage, and I'm going to show you first how to get to Eduphoria. So if you will go to Teacher Resources at the top, and Eduphoria link, and then it'll open up. I'm going to close this one down. I have to try to remember which one I saved it under. Your login should be the same as it is to get into your email. So it's like, for mine, it's carterc@lisd.net. And then your password. It looks different than some of the other movies or LASD websites may show because they just revamped the layout. So in Aware, this is where you'll find your student data. So if you click open that, it'll probably take a second. Your classes will be over here on the side. These look like last year's kids. So you open it up and you click on the class period that you want to look at. Campus-based tests tend to be like the tests that we give on campus, things that were developed by teachers on campus. Your district-wide will tend to be your CBAs that are there, and if you've had, what's it called, like a midterm that's given by the district, will be in here. I know science, ours is under campus-based assessment. Then your star data is here. The hiccup from last year that I noticed is if you go to pull star data from all your kids, even though they took traditional star, if they are classified as ESL, then their data will be under star L, even though they didn't actually take a star L test. Ready Step is an 8th grade testing that they do, and then here's teacher tests that you individually designed. So our test that Miguel Trinos was kind enough to put together for us, this is our midterm and then our final. So those tests are all there, and they backlog, so you can open them up through like as early back as their 3rd grade. So you can look at the arc of how that kid did. Your reports are also going to be in here, so you can pull up specific reports about how they did as a whole, like how they did on the test as a whole, or specific kid feedouts. This test summary report, if you click on it, and then it'll go through the first page, like the analysis page. You can pick a specific test, and it'll show the kid how many they missed, and then break it down by each individual question. So the student test summary is a pretty good test to give. The group summary report is more for teachers because it gives you an idea of who needs help with what type of question or what form of question was not mastered. So there's that. Miguel Trinos is probably your best bet if you need help with putting Aware data in. If you have a test that you've designed, I know you can come down here on the bottom and hit create a new test and enter it in that way. But this is, I'm going to be honest, this is not my forte. So I know with create a quick test, then you hit the next button. This is one that I've done before, and you just hit the ABs. So you title it, you give it a grade level, and then I think it still makes you plug in your TEKS that you're going to do. So yeah, it actually allows you to pull in your specific TEKS per your grade. So that's a bonus. I will tell you that as a whole, Eduphoria takes a while to load. So if you're going to be in it, you need to have your patient pants on and not be in a rush because it does take a while to get and pull data. To look at the analytical side of it, like to click on the Analyze button, that data pulls up fairly quickly. It does take it a second, but it'll allow you to look at it a little more easily. So then facilities and events. I'm going to go back to the home page. This would be if you needed to make a reservation for an iPad or the computer offices and rooms. So hold on, I know I just went really fast. I'm going to back up. So if you have a reservation already made, it'll show up on the side, on this right-hand side, or left-hand side, sorry. So we're going to pretend like I need to make a reservation. So you're going to click Make a Reservation, and we are at DeLay Middle School. And then these are the options that you can have. If you're an ELA teacher and you want to have access to the Learning Lounge, which are the couches outside of the library, then you would go here, click it, and make your reservation. MacBook Air and the laptops, they are a little different. So I'll make a reservation with them. I'm going to tell it I want one, so I'm going to click on it. It'll highlight to make sure that you're on the right thing, and then I'm going to hit the next button on the bottom. I'm going to tell it, and tell the computer that I want it for Thursday. We're going to pretend like I need one for Expectations Day. I need it at 8 a.m. till 11 a.m. And then it'll show you these are the carts that are available. And they've done a great job here of making it just one cart versus cart A. And you would see like 1 through 10. So this is all of them at once. So I could pick any of these carts. I'm going to pick E. You hit next. And then it'll ask you for a title. So I'm going to say I need it for Science Club Recruit. And then details of what you're going to do, show video clips. And then you hit next. And if it's your request is granted, then it'll do a confirmation. And then it shows up over here on my left-hand side. If you have a student or you find a book, you can check the facilities and see which book it's out to, which student it's out to. So if we come up here to switch applications, we'll do drop-down menu and go to Forethought. Forethought is our district's lesson planning online device. So for each date, you can click on a day, like we'll pick the 24th since it's the first day of school. And you can add things in. It works a lot like a Word document. So you can pull in, like I'm going to add this to my 8th grade pre-AP classes. And we are going to do meet the teacher, Lego, people build. So for each one that you enter in, so let's pick for Science 8, my Gen Ed Science, we're going to pretend that we're putting in a piece of the curriculum. So if you come over to the left-hand side, it'll allow you to add in a teak. So you just double click on it and it puts it in there for you. So this is an easy way to submit your lesson plans if you aren't familiar with Google Drive. I know with the 8th grade science, we have a Google site that we submit our things to a calendar that way. If you're interested, let me know. But the key to this whole thing, the reason for going to Forethought really, I'm going to leave the page, is it actually has your whole scope and sequence here. So I'm going to go through and we'll do mathematics. So I'm a 6th grade mathematics teacher. I can click on middle school. The tabs will open. I find mathematics, more tabs open. The little blue books are actually pieces of curriculum. So it has each unit broken down for you. And then within each unit, so I clicked on unit 1, and then the standards open, and your attachments for this lesson are down here on the bottom. It has desired results, So it gives you a fairly large, like what's your big idea, what's the essential process and understandings, and then the essential questions there. You will probably need to get with your specific like mentor teacher for your subject and have them walk you through, because this is a little different than our science unit and how we roll things out. So with science, because I know we have some 6th grade teachers coming in. So 6th grade opens, and with theirs, I'll click on Unit 1, and then the potential and kinetic energy. So they have their stages of investigation over here, their resources down here in the middle, and then if there were attachments, they would show up down here on the left, or on the bottom right. So I'm going to go back up to switching applications and go through the workshop real quick, just to show you how to enroll in a class, if you haven't already. So it says, my workshop says that I'm already signed up for DeLay Middle School Engage on August 19th. So if I needed to find a course, then you can check upcoming courses, and it'll have everything listed out for you. So ELA on our campus, DeLay Middle School, has an option here. If you click on it, it will enroll you on the side. So I actually need to enroll in this thing. So I'm going to click on the button and go back. So I go quick and then I forget. Oh no, where did it go? Should have probably put my glasses on. Okay, so here I need to click on binder committee for the 15th, and then when you click on the register button, it'll ask you, do you really want to register for this course? And you say yes. Excuse me. And then it'll, once you're registered, this button will change to unregister. So to make sure you're in the proper things, you can always click on course registration, and it'll show you the things that you're registered for. Your portfolio will show all of the classes and sessions that you've been through, as well as keep track of your professional development hours. So if you have a new professional development or something that's not LISD sanctioned, but it is okayed by LISD, you can come down here to add new certificate. If you have that, come see me and I'll show you how to do that. So one more thing, we're going to go to PDOS, because we all have to do PDOS. And it'll ask you for your self-report on the first one. So that's the thing you have to do first. And you'll have your objectives, and these are the things that you submit about what you feel you're going to do the best this year on. So this has to be submitted within the first 3 weeks of orientation, so within the first 3 weeks of school. And you need to revise it. There are some teachers that'll just go through and copy and paste the same thing over and over again. But make sure that, go back and reread it and make sure that it's really what you want, because sometimes your wording changes and you leave dates in there. So please make sure, do your due diligence and go back. So that is all of Eduphoria. I'm pretty sure I'm close to my 15-minute mark. The next video is going to be about how to do Skyward, and we'll look at the discipline system. So there you go.